dicks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've got what could potentially be a Group A heavyweight match coming up here with G Harris going up against Sword and Mace. Obviously, Sword and Mace, your reigning champion. G Harris, though, looking like he's put in some practice in this offseason. He's picked up an entirely new team of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyans. But Sword and Mace also looks like he hasn't skipped much of a beat since last season.
I was say G Harris rocking the all blue squad.
I love that blue auto combo. That kick just gets people, man.
Yeah. Oh man. Bit of back and forth here though.
Yeah,
One
slow
thing
start.
always,
Just
the one like kick that blows my mind is the Broly kick. Like he kicks straight up. Those legs are fully vertical.
Yeah,
For how big that man is, he's really flexible.
You can tell that man lifts, but he's doing the yoga too, and that's important when you get to that size because you don't want to be some just monster of a bodybuilder. And Broly's not. He is the legendary Super Saiyan, soon to be canon. Thank you, Dragon Ball Super. Thank you, Akira Toriyama. And thank you, G Harris, abusing the swap there. Gonna pull Broly back out here.
Nice. That was good. Sword Mace doesn't do the safe swap. It gets appropriately punished for it.
Yeah, this is, we kind of see this out of Sword sometimes. Until he's been punished, he'll do some dumb shit. And
yeah,
once he realizes he's playing against somebody that he has to respect, he kind of starts playing a little more seriously. I know these two were actually practicing against each other earlier today, so I don't know what Sword might think of G Harris, but G Harris, he's showing up, man.
Yeah. Also, I mean, this is a lot of health going away here. Really solid combo. Gotta keep this Piccolo. Gotta get him here off the punish.
Nice. Now Broly comes in. He's got no health. G Harris still has that Vegito that he hasn't even had to send out yet.
Yeah.
But this could be the end of Goku Blue.
Yep.
But it's not.
Oh, is that the punish?
Yeah. It hits him. Sword whips the 2H, and G Harris gonna bust out some style. Just has Sword and Mace's Vegito to bust through now.
Yeah, style points on that kill there.
Sword does have the meter though, so he will be able to finish these combos off.
Yeah. No, he definitely has a good amount of options here for what to work with. But he doesn't
have 7 meter, 7 meter, 7 meter, sound the 7 meter alarm!
We need like a button where that like sound the siren there.
Yeah,
like
really
an air raid coming through.
If the players are watching in the background, they just like immediately will vanish. But Sword pops a nice little cute combo there, but G Harris does get a safe enough swap off.
Yeah, Sword Mace still got the spark going for a little longer. Gonna get the kill on the Goku.
Yeah, I was just gonna say before that combo, we're 2 combos away from the Vegito components being killed. And
yep.
But Sword doesn't get the read there. Sword is about to lose this spark, which could be a big turning point here.
You mean, yeah, G Harris got the spark left, 1 character to each.
Sword does have the meter though, and G Harris not taking any chances here. He's gonna spark early, but Sword still does not get a good advantage though. The Sword is just auto combo away, building up even more of that meter advantage. Wasting through a lot of that timer on Spark, but he does drop the combo, but G Harris once again a bad Spark. Sword's looking like he's kind of started taking this more seriously as it's going on, as he's dropping some much bigger combos here. And G Harris only has a few seconds left on the Spark.
Yeah, that Spark is what's kept him alive though here. He's gonna finally get a combo of his own on the Sword and Mace. He only needs 1 more touch to get the kill.
Oh! That was 2 touches, but he
that was 2 touches. I was wrong. Third time was the charge.
G Harris takes game 1 on Sword and Mace here.
Yeah, Sword and Mace almost runs it back.
We got a match, and maybe more importantly, we've got a group. Everyone was kind of talking down on this group, but if G Harris has improved where he was already pretty solid last season, Group B could have a few more exciting games than we were ready for. But we'll see where things go. Obviously, Sword did drop some games in the group stage last season. Slow starts to leagues are nothing new for him, and this is only the first week here. Let's see what happens here on game 2. Is Sword going for his favorite spam, the ranged attack strategy, but Grant is no novice. He knows when to super dash, but he knows when to super dash into some specials apparently. As Sword is actually being kind of impressive here. Kind of a ballsy swap out of G Harris is going to lead into more easy damage for the Broly. The swap back to Bluku. Sword is looking a little bit more on point to start this one.
Yeah, no, looking very dominant here. Broly just running train. That's kind of something we see a lot with Sword though. Like when this Broly gets rolling, it does not stop. He just will tear through a character or two with no problem.
Yeah, I've said this to a few people. I think Sword is maybe one of the most momentum-based players in the league, but when he's feeling it, his peak is probably the highest of anyone in the league. And despite coming off a loss, it looks like he is feeling it right now.
Oh, so yeah, when he gets going, he looks downright impressive at times. This is definitely one of those moments. So Broly gonna go ahead, pick up a second character here, maybe.
Not able to follow up with the super on the ground there. Grants gets the swap, but it's a swap into a combo yet again, and he's probably gonna have to spark this. Yeesh.
Yeah, I think you definitely need to spark that.
Oh, but he gets caught in the combo. He's not gonna spark it, and that could cost him Vegito. There's another 3, and yeah, that's Vegito off the board. All of Vegeta Blue's blue health, or little bar of blue health, gonna go with it.
Yeah, and that is a rough spot.
Yeah, I think we're already on to game 3 here, Jesus.
We'll get a raw final flash here to keep him honest, but right after that, down you go. Orange juice didn't get drank.
Yeesh.
Sword, very upset apparently from that last one. Decided Broly's going to run a fucking train through you.
And the train has been run. We gotta get G Harris some Thogar assist ASAP.
You think he has enough time to download Thogar assist before the next round?
Hopefully. Because no one wants to keep wiping into that raid boss. We'll see what G Harris has learned about the Broly matchup going into game 3 here. As I think everyone in this league has to be a little grateful to Sword and Mace. You know, when you go online, you're playing against Broly's, you only know what to do because you played against Sword and Mace.
Yeah, I say definitely a key member of this team. He does his shit talking with having his name is best Broly in the league.
Maybe also only Broly in the league at this point.
I believe so.
With Salvo having maybe dropped that, but it took a sec, but the train seems to have been re-railed here as G Harris gets in with one of those supers.
Yeah, he looks like it's just Vegito's turn to come in and keep this clap going on. Oh, Sword Mace wants to finish it. G Harris gonna get the swap out though.
Yeah, Sword went high with that combo and it gave Grant the low block opportunity. Sword still keeping the turnaround. That came really close to connecting with the assist too.
Yeah, Sword definitely still, not nearly as one-sided as last game, but Sword definitely still controlling the pace of this match here.
Yeah, he might force an early spark out of G Harris here too. This is kind of a point where I think a lot of people would spark, but G Harris, oh, I thought he connected with those, but he didn't.
Oh. Trying to get out. Not gonna have a good time though here. Sword Mace looking to finish off the first of G Harris's characters.
Yeah, it looks like G Harris could not keep up with that speed. If there's anything G Harris can take solace in right now, it's the Sword is in on 0 meter. But that looked like a pretty tilty roll, but I guess it connected.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just a 2H gonna light up Sword here. That should be a kill for him.
Alright, it's comebacks start like that.
Yeah, no, we're still alive in this game.
The worst thing for G Harris is pretty much the second he gets hit, he's going to have to spark, and I assume he's going to spark out of this combo, but I assume wrong, yet again. He doesn't be playing with fire here, though, because if he sparks on either of these last 2 characters, it might not be enough to save him from a combo.
Yeah, I would say that last character, low health here. A good combo from Sword could just go through that even with him being sparked. So there was Z-Spark.
Let's see if it does what we're predicting. Sword with some good blocking, but Vegito coming back up from Grant, the one character he's been feeling the most. And this is gonna hurt Sword a bit. Yeah, Sword's gonna go for a spark.
Yeah, I like that spark.
Yeah, much better places on the health bars to spark there. But G-Harris on this Vegito keeping things alive. He's kind of got his simple bread and butter he likes doing here. He's going to just keep the damage pressure, the Sword is going to run. I think this hit. And yeah, it does. Grant was in the 2H animation.
Yeah, that raw 3 gonna connect. Now another raw 3. This one gotta get blocked though. This is DBZ right here.
Yeah, and that's it. Grant gets read like a book. It's Sword. It's closer than game 2, but Sword figure things out after losing that first game. Comes back and takes this set 2-1. Alright, so we will be back in just a second. We've got Dot Theory going up against ASCII in a couple of minutes here, so stay tuned.
This is a good question.
Alright, guys, welcome back to Game 2 of Theory versus ASCII. Sorry, we were having technical issues there, and Tree and I didn't even catch who won that game, so we'll find out the old-fashioned way by seeing if these guys queue up for a Game 3 or not. But it was fairly close back and forth from what we were watching.
Yeah, bit of a miss on our fault, on our part.
Probably should have. Did not think of watching that, you know. I plan to be commentating this game, but shit happens. We're into Game 2, and these guys, if they want to have a chance of making it out of this group, they have to win here. I don't want to say anyone's eliminated after their first week, but in this group, losing this match is probably season over.
Yeah, and unless they do a lot of grinding and practicing, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and ASCII off to a good start here, gets some nice aerial combos with the 18, finishes off the Frieza, and thank God, Frieza, low-key one of my triggers in this game. As,
Yeah, ASCII.
Looking good right now. Oh.
Yep, that's rough. That's a lot of bar gone, but
Good things come at a price.
yep. He's got a decent lead. Getting picked up by Theory. Theory may be the only person I know who legitimately plays Majin Buu.
Yeah, he asked me when he bought this game on Summer Sale who the bad characters were. I gave him some advice, and we ended up with this team, so I'm all very excited to see some Papu. Welcome to neutral.
Don't know how to neutral, just throw out key attacks.
That awkward moment when you realize Adult Gohan's doesn't go full screen.
Yep. Oh, I think this
Oh,
lands.
that landed. Nice wall there out of ASCII, keeping the pressure alive. Theory probably should spark that one. By the way, sound the alarm! Get out the wrong, because here comes 3 off a simple combo. And this is going to be close, but not quite going to kill. So ASCII able to get the swap there. That was big.
I literally have not seen Boo's level 3, so just seeing the health bar deplete there while nothing is happening on screen is pretty great.
It's one of my favorites. You know, they made a unique cookie model for every character in the game. 21 does not get that, which disappoints me. It's random assortment of sweets.
ASCII is getting kind of low health on most of his characters, so even though he has 3, this is getting kind of dangerous.
Yeah, this is the tech there too, and that's going to cost him kind of big time. He probably should spark here, but yeah, there it comes. For a 3-character spark, I think that was actually a pretty good situation, and that was
Another
one way to
level
blow a 3.
There's a lot of missed bars here.
Yeah, but this Boo in the corner, getting kind of low. This is scary for my boy. Oh, ASCII looks like he wants to fight Boo. He's pressuring him into the corner. That's going to be the finish.
Alright, so I'm definitely in this. This is still very much in Theory's ability to take this. Those health are so low on 2 of those characters.
Yeah, I mean, that's one heavy to finish off the Go Tanks, but he's just having. Well, I've never seen that move before.
Uh-oh, that hits 2! That hits 2!
That definitely hits. That's closest to Spark.
Spark, my boy!
Oh, come on, Spark! There it is. Uses an advanced sparking combo by accident there. But Theory is keeping this pressure going. And that finishes off 18. And yeah, this is close. He's still sparking for a good 10, 12 seconds, I think. Yeah. He's like 2 hits away from finishing off Go Tanks. He wanted to show me that move one more time so I could see what the hell happened there.
Apparently it's super dashable through.
Yeah, that's probably why Theory sucks. If that move wasn't super dashable. Oh! Theory misses a big tech there.
Oh! Finishes him
is.
off. Alright, we're 1-1. He still has maybe a couple more seconds on that spark. It's almost over.
The big thing, both of them have a 3 available.
Yeah.
They get a hard knockdown. Oh, he doesn't get... Yeah. Oh! That hits! Boom!
Awesome. And
Theory takes that one. That is one of the coolest moves in the game, by the way.
All right, so because we weren't doing our job, we don't know if that's 2-0 or 1-1 right now.
We're gonna find out the old-fashioned way, my friends. Do they queue up for another one?
All right, that seems to be it. So Theory took that 2-0 then.
Yeah, I'm gonna just confirm. All right, that was 2-0, so congrats to Crystallize. And we'll be back in just a few minutes here. We've got Huckletune versus Thrifty Senpai to finish out the night. Always excited to see Team Gohan in action. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our final game of the night. Another game between two guys competing for some of those wildcard slots, presumably in Group A. Here we got Huckleton going up against Thrifty Senpai. Huckleton just bought the game on Steam Summer Sale. Thrifty Senpai, bad as ever. One of them has to win this game. Let's find out who. I am bad stage. We were a better stage away from having the chance at the dramatic ending here.
I mean, you could always have a dramatic finish.
Oh shit! Well, there's two here. There's Goku and Kid Buu, and there's Cell and Team Gohan.
Yeah.
I was so excited about the Team Gohan being here. I'm always so excited to see Team Gohan. I think he's got one of the most fun kits in the game. And so we got just some back and forth neutral here. Ooh, nice 2H out of 50 there.
Yeah, no one able to go into a full combo right now. Just minor hits here and there, not able to really capitalize on those.
Yo, they're playing meter economy right now.
Oh,
nice.
they're just building.
Out of Huckleton there with the 2H. Yo, man, for how much everyone hates Kid Buu, actually, keeping those combos alive with him is actually pretty difficult.
He's apparently going with the I'm gonna get my health up by repeatedly using this move.
Smart. Yeah, you don't wanna waste the swap out risk if you don't have to.
Never mind.
But all good things come to an end, and so too will our chance for a dramatic end here in the land of the Kais. Goku's already taken out Kid Buu. I'm mad at him for that. That's his fault. But we do see this Android 16 coming out. This was kind of Thrifty's probably best character last season, if I remember right. There were a few pretty hype moments here. He loves going wrong. Maybe the most important thing in Daddy Ball Z.
So I know Salvo learned how to go for the loops in the against the wall, but I don't think Tim has.
No, that would surprise me. That's a timing you got to practice a bit.
Yeah.
Especially to know it well enough to do it with frame delay. As some of those more advanced combos.
True, very true. Uh-oh, I think that hit. It sure does.
Oh yeah, that's a swap into a wrong. Huckleton took him a sec to get going here, but he's looking pretty confident. Although, sound the alarm. Thrifty probably in a good place to spark, honestly, but also sitting on 7 meter briefly. Fortunately, he knows how to dump 2 specials at once.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the 3. The 3 might have killed there. Instead of the 1 assistant.
Yeah, the tag in 3 never does quite as much, so it would have been close. But I would have with bad vanish.
Alright, Tim down to his last character. Huckleton on roughly half or a little below on most of his characters, so this isn't out of the realm of possibility. Tim gets a good spark in that damage in, or just this.
Yeah, the nice heavy dumps a 3 onto the ground, and goodbye, Team Gohan.
Oh no, just barely not actually. And never mind, he's gone. Get out of here.
Jesus.
Alright, and there comes the spark from Senpai. Immediately getting punched into the air though. Spark gonna keep him from losing too much health through that combo though.
Yeah, at least Huckle doesn't have a whole ton of meter right now to finish these combos off aggressively. That's Thrifty. Give him some nice corner damage out of the Goku.
So Huckleton, that Goku is very much in kill range, but the same can be said for Senpai, and his sparking is not going to last very much longer here. Just ran out. Does block that, keeping him alive.
Oh, he sparks the drop the combo in the air, but does that come in there? No, it was blocked. It was dodged, but that won't long. 50 takes it.
Alright, 1-0 for Huckleton.
Gohan, I'm proud of you.
I don't believe Tim is going to be swapping anyone here, so we'll probably be getting...
So my closeout message was Goku saying, Gohan, I'm proud of you. But which one was he talking to?
Yes.
Goku. You gotta fix this shit.
Goku. He doesn't care. He's proud of both.